Ah, that bloody question I can't hear enough of. Which is better, The Avengers or The Dark Knight Rises? Let me say this now, I love both movies, but as far as I'm concerned, you just can't compare them. Both succeed in what they're trying to be, but neither are trying to be the same film. The Avengers has an epic scale. It's a fun, popcorn action blockbuster movie that combines so many great superheroes together, and it achieves something that not many other films have achieved. The Dark Knight Rises also has an epic scale, but it's more of a psychological crime action drama that concludes a fantastic trilogy. Now, I know many people will still compare these movies for the simple fact that they're possibly the biggest movies of the year, they're both comic book movies, and both have huge scale. I also know that many people will choose The Dark Knight Rises over The Avengers for the simple fact that the story is more complex and that it's deeper. Well, what I have to say is that's not the film Marvel were trying to make. They're fully aware that The Avengers is a light-hearted, epic action film with moments of comedy, and I'm clearing this up now. The Avengers does have emotion. The subtle and nicely done relationship between Black Widow and Bruce Banner, the shit with Agent Coulson, so even though there's a lot of action, the film does have weight to it. So saying that The Dark Knight Rises is better than The Avengers for the fact that it's deeper is unfair. Like I said, The Avengers wasn't trying to be deep. Many Nolan fans were making this statement before The Dark Knight Rises even came out. Why are Nolan fans so afraid to say, yeah, you know what? The Avengers proved that superhero films don't need to be dark and realistic to be successful. I had fun watching the film, and now I can see The Dark Knight Rises and enjoy a completely different kind of comic book movie. It's like someone doesn't like romantic comedies and then gets angry because someone made a really successful romantic comedy. Why is everything a competition when it comes to superhero movies? Why must there always be a best one? No one saw Avatar, not that I particularly like that film, but just bear with me. No one saw Avatar and said, well, it's not as good as Star Trek, simply comparing them for both being sci-fi and released in the same year. It's not the end of the world if a superhero movie makes more money than The Dark Knight Rises, or even The Dark Knight. You're telling me you don't want superhero movies to get better and better? Remember the days of Ang Lee's Hulk, or Daredevil, or even Batman and Robin? People are taking superhero films seriously now. Avengers is third place in the box office records. Lots of people will say, Sam, you're just defending the Avengers, why not The Dark Knight Rises as well? Well, I don't think The Dark Knight Rises needs defending. It seems like everyone automatically rates it higher than the Avengers for the quality of the movie that came before it, The Dark Knight. Now, I'm not saying that's why people loved it, and that's not even why I loved it. I think The Dark Knight is ridiculously overrated, but I still love The Dark Knight Rises. I just think that people are quick to judge. Why compare two movies just because they are of the same genre, but are nothing like each other? And that concludes this topic of Avengers vs The Dark Knight Rises. My answer is, both are epic, fantastic films. Any fan of either will have a fantastic time. Go see them both. Have fun and don't compare. I mean, you can compare for fun, but there's never really going to be a winner, which is good. Alright guys, did you like The Avengers? Did you like The Dark Knight Rises? Be sure to comment, check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel.